Is it possible to escape from prison not once, not twice, but 4 times? For most, it sounds like a plot of a Hollywood movie. But for Stephen Russell, it was a reality. Stephen Russell, the man behind the headlines, has seemingly turned the art of escape into a personal pastime. His story is not one of brute force, but of cunning, charm, and a sharp intellect that would give Sherlock Holmes a run for his money. Each of Russell's escapes was a masterclass in adaptability and resourcefulness. His first escape saw him pose as a prison worker, blending seamlessly into the daily grind, his identity hidden behind the mundanity of routine. A simple plan, yes, but it required an acute understanding of human behavior and a knack for mimicry. His second escape was even more audacious. Russell managed to convince prison authorities that he was a judge, securing his own release through a phone call. It's a feat that might seem ludicrous, yet it highlights Russell's understanding of the system's loopholes and his ability to exploit them. But Russell didn't stop there. His third escape saw him feigning an illness, using his knowledge of medical conditions to deceive prison doctors. And for his fourth and final escape, he took a leaf out of Hollywood's playbook, losing a significant amount of weight to appear as a frail old man, overlooked and underestimated. Each escape was not just a testament to Russell's intelligence but also his chameleon-like ability to adapt. From prison worker to judge, from patient to old man, Russell slipped into each role with ease, his real identity concealed beneath layers of deception. His escapes were not just physical, but psychological, blending into the background until he was all but invisible. Stephen Russell's daring escapes have earned him the title of the Houdini of the prison system. But how exactly did he manage to pull off these feats? Stay tuned to find out more in the next scene, as we delve deeper into the chronicles of Stephen Russell's legendary escapes. Stephen Russell's journey of escapes is nothing short of extraordinary. Let's dive into the details of each escape. Our tale begins with his first escape, a bold move that set the stage for the audacious exits that were to follow. It was the early 90s, and Russell, serving a 10-year sentence for insurance fraud, saw an opportunity. Using his knowledge of the prison system's bureaucracy, he managed to impersonate a judge over the phone and significantly reduced his own bail. Walking out of the prison doors as a free man, albeit briefly, marked the beginning of his escapades. The second escape was even more daring. Russell, now in a maximum security prison, knew he had to up his game. He began studying the medical industry and concocted a plan. He feigned symptoms of AIDS, losing weight, and mimicking the illness so convincingly that he was transferred to a less secure hospital ward from where he simply walked out. His third escape was a masterclass in audacity. Russell, back in a maximum security prison, decided to use his charm and wit. He convinced a prison guard that he was a prison inspector, even going as far as to provide fake credentials. The guard, completely duped, allowed Russell to walk out of the prison right under his nose. The final escape, however, was his most ingenious. Russell, now in solitary confinement, used laxatives to fake symptoms of tuberculosis. He was transferred to a hospital, and under the cover of night, he managed to slip away, leaving the authorities baffled once again. Stephen Russell's daring escapes were not without consequences. He was eventually recaptured and his sentences were extended. But it's his audacity and ingenuity, his ability to spot and exploit weaknesses in the system, that make his story so remarkable. Against all odds, Stephen Russell, the man who escaped from prison 4 times, proved that sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones that seem too extraordinary to be true. Stephen Russell's escapes were not a product of chance, but a result of meticulous planning and execution. Let's unpack the genius behind his daring escapes. Stephen Russell was no ordinary man. He was a mastermind, a virtuoso of evasion. His escapes were far from haphazard breakouts, they were finely crafted masterpieces, each one a testament to his intelligence and cunning. His first escape saw him manipulate the system from within. Using his charm and wit, he convinced the authorities that he was a prison official, leading to his release. This daring caper was a game of wits, a chess match where Stephen was always 2 steps ahead. However, his second escape was even more audacious. He used his knowledge of the legal system to forge a document ordering his release. This was not just a testament to his intelligence, but also his audacity, his willingness to take risks that others wouldn't dream of. But what makes Stephen Russell's escapes truly remarkable is not just their execution, but the psychological and emotional toll they took. Each escape was a high-stakes gamble, a roll of the dice where the stakes were his freedom, or a lifetime behind bars. Imagine the mental fortitude it took to maintain the facade, to keep smiling when every fiber of your being is screaming that you're about to be caught. Imagine the emotional toll of leaving behind everything you know, again and again, in the pursuit of freedom. Yet despite the odds, despite the pressure, Stephen Russell did not falter. He did not break. He continued to outsmart the system, to find a way out, no matter how impossible it seemed. And it was not just Stephen who was affected. His escapes had a profound impact on those around him, the people who were left behind, who had to deal with the aftermath of his audacious breakouts. His story is a stark reminder of the ripple effects that one person's actions can have. Stephen Russell's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the lengths one can go to seek freedom. It's a tale of audacity, ingenuity, and relentless pursuit of liberty.